The biggest story in the NFL is where is Deshaun Watson going to be taking his talents in 2021? And Deshaun, even though he is going to be traded, he actually is in the driver's seat because he can easily manipulate the trade market through his no trade clause, which the Texans were very stupid to give him. But of course, hashtag Texans. He could put the short squeeze on Houston like GameStop, like, woo! Let's go, baby. And even though the Vikings seem set and with Kirk Cousins for the next 2 years, I actually think that they could win some a nice chunk of games, maybe even hoist that Jerome Barty if they get their defense special teams in order. You got to at least think about it. You have a franchise-level quarterback in his prime, 26 years young, who's going to be hitting the market. I mean, you have to at least look. Right? And the Vikings could and should be attractive to Deshaun because you have Justin friggin' Jefferson. You have Adam Jerome, Ezekiel Thielen, one of the great red zone wide receivers of our time. Irvin Gronk, nice tight end too. Dalvin friggin' Cook running out of the backfield as well as a very solid receiver. Plus, I mean, played in Houston, man, you're used to having a bad offensive line minus Tunsil, so you'd fit right in. And if the defense will correct their inefficiencies of 2020, all of a sudden this team could be one of the best in the NFL. So Deshaun, welcome to Minnesota, baby. Greg Lewis style, let's go. Come on. And Clint Kubiak, young up-and-coming offensive coordinator mind. I mean, hell, he might even be the head coach if things goes pear-shaped again in 2021. And Deshaun can go really frozen Patrick Ewing envelope on the bit and make sure that the Vikings are the team that secures his services. Because here's what he should do. Number one, go to Texans management. Hey, I'm only going to waive my no-trade clause for Minnesota. Ba-dam. Ba-dam-ba-bam. Then you have to communicate with your agent that Minnesota is the only team in the dance, and the most that they should offer is 2 1s and a third. And to not completely steal talent away from your new team, right? Because that also has to function in. Where he could go to the Bears, but if the Bears have to give up 4 1s or 3 1s and 3 2s, yeah, he's going to have similar problems of not having talent around him or a future around him in Houston. Wow. So I know what you're saying. Well, that's clearly enough for a trade. I mean, Deshaun's going to go for like 17 first-round picks, blah, 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 blah. But like we said, if the Vikings are the only allowable trade option, that's the best that you're going to get. And that is how Deshaun can manipulate the market. And the Texans may act tough, be like, we are not going to settle for anything less than 17 first-round picks, blah, blah, blah. But are they really in first year of Nick Caserio going to go through the 2021 draft with no first-round pick, with no second-round pick, and with no quarterback? Are they going to do that? And then what? Since OTAs and mini camps are going to be off the table in all likelihood this offseason, you can't really find Deshaun for that. So you have to wait all the way till August, until training camp. And then if he doesn't show up, you're going to find him? Cool. Great. And Casero knows that Deshaun's market craters after the draft because once all of the musical chairs are shuffled, both in free agency and through trades, and especially with the draft, teams are going to be set at quarterback. Now, yes, of course, teams would certainly entertain the option of adding Deshaun Watson, but cap is going to be spent. Draft picks are going to be spent on future franchise quarterbacks, and Deshaun would be like, oh yeah, him too. I mean, that is really going to drive the price of Deshaun way, way down. So the Texans might have to just suck it up, realize that the kid pulled checkmate, they got them in a bad spot, and then be like, all right, fine. Yes, we will just accept 2 1s and a third. And if the Vikings do go down that route, they will still have a gang of 4th-round picks to supplement the talent base. They only give up 1 future first-round pick for Deshaun. And the Vikings could and should get trade comp wherever they send Kirk Cousins, even if it's just a mid-round pick to get that contract off the books. And remember, they would have to weather $20 million debt in cap by moving Kirk Cousins, the proration of a signing bonus. But Deshaun's 2021 salary is only $10.54 million. So the Vikings can get through the 2021 salary cap less than idealness, relatively unscathed. And Deshaun, it does have the leverage to pick his spot. And you don't want to go to the Jets. Screw them. Like, hey, Deshaun right here. The Jets. Nah, screw them. And you don't want to go to South Beach. Certainly not as fun as Mall of America or Camp Snoopy or whatever the hell they call it nowadays. And just tell me, I'm just going to tell you one thing. Deshaun, again, right here. Justin friggin' Jefferson. Woo! Think about that nice, right? So you can do it, man. You can do it. The Texans, They will want to get rid of you. They won't be too stubborn. You just say, hey, Caserio, Nicky boy, I'm only going to Minnesota, baby. That's it. That's it. Get it done, man. Get it done. But your thoughts. Deshaun Watson, how he can manipulate his trademark. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work. Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.